So, that said, that's the first chapter. So you can go back to the first chapter and see what you've collected and what you've missed. So you can go back to any part of the town. See, there's like, yeah, I only found one statue garden's balloon. So technically, you can go back to the first chapter and replay whatever you want. So let's go into the next chapter of chapter 2, The Unfinished Empire.
Monroe scrambled out of the water and found himself in a massive city with no sign of the Swan or anyone else. Well, except someone's enormous pair of feet. These were attached to a giant who could have been a big help in catching the Swan, but unfortunately, here was the laziest giant who had ever lived, and it was his day off. Having celebrated in his usual way, he was now sleeping it off and quite unable to hear Monroe yelling. While he was looking for a way to wake the giant, Monroe noticed something even better: a floating ship.
And this is where our story takes off. Monroe. Curse that giant for being... Man, if he was awake, he'd grab the Swan for me and get this adventure over with. But also, as you also notice, your black ink ball is now part of a bluish texture, same as the water, apparently. So bear that in mind as we're continuing on to... I heard the Swan. There it is! Dang it, it got away. Well, nothing we can do about that. If we can get back up to that airship up there, then definitely we can finally be able to use that power to grab that Swan eventually. Ugh. I just want the Swan back. You come back around here, there's a new balloon for yourself, and a sailboat, apparently. Now, you can shoot through these little holes in the gaps here, so bear that in mind. Anything that's a hole, you can push through. Where's the... Hello, giant! Alright, the narrator said I yelled at him for hours, and it couldn't wake him up. Oh well. Let's open this bad boy up. Okay, this is where we're going to get some more of the quote-unquote puzzles of the game. Not much more of anything else. This is going to be more of a... It's not much taxing. Like, this game is technically almost a free ride. Everything. And the game basically pushes you in the right direction. There's really only like one path. Whoa! Did I hit a wall? Ow. Okay. That was weird. I was just walking straight, and apparently I just walked into a white wall and didn't even see where the heck I was going. That's the one problem about this game, is it's kind of art style. Like, if you don't see the shadows or anything, you'll most likely walk into a white wall. Most likely people mostly get stopped at the first world just because it's just a lot of white. Walk around here. There's a balloon over there! Can't get it. Not unless there's something I can cross with this boat. Seems like we need to open up this gate somehow. Aha! That seems to be a way out that way. Can I even hit that from here? Probably not. Monroe, you need a better throwing arm. Or I need to get back into throwing things again. Throw everything. So let's see if we walk around here and see if we can... Looks like that's the way through forward. Oh, the Swan was here. Well, we'll follow the Swan. Maybe we'll find something. So keep painting everything around here so you don't get yourself stuck in an endless white void. Because this watery paint doesn't last forever on this map specifically. Hey, there's another story beat.
Before he discovered painting, the king was a potter. He loved the simplicity of a well-spun pot. So when his subjects complained that his new city was too austere and that there was nowhere to relieve themselves, the king ignored them. But when they started relieving themselves in his pots, the king hastily built them a sewer system.
Okay, well, king, if you make a city, you have to understand that people make messes. People take craps and everything. It's part of it's a human law that happens. Sooner or later, people are going to take craps inside your nice, perfectly good pots. That's what people did back then. They didn't have a sewer system or plumbing or anything of that sort. They had to go to an outhouse and basically take a crap in the outhouse. and just bury the thing inside. So, best to know that make a sewer system. You must do that. Do that, please. Make any type of town. Well, that was an easy balloon. 28 of these balloons in this place. Well, technically, of all the chapters, this is the biggest of the chapters. Is this city? Anything else over here I can look at? Nope, just a gate. Just an unfinished gate. Unfinished city, just trying to find the unfinished swan. How does even the swan come alive anyway? It doesn't even have a neck. How is it together? And oh, I missed a story beat. My bad.
Sometimes the giant wondered about where all the people in the city had gone. Mostly he worried they might come back and ask him to clean their gutters or put out their fires. But they never did, and that was why the giant, who was the laziest that had ever lived, was also the happiest.
Oh. Well, that's a thing to consider now, isn't it? Have I actually doomed myself now by basically... Oh, that's right, I haven't. Let me walk back around here again. That was supposed to be a story beat I was supposed to get earlier. Didn't get it by accident. Skipped the story beat. My apologies. My apologies. It's like how the story is. It's all unfinished. And you have to basically clear it up as soon as you can. I guess. Open up the door again. Luckily, that door had a handle on it that was golden, so we can actually see where we're going. This is going to be really fun in the end about editing everything. It's going to be all white void for the most part. Alright, now we're back to where we began. With the story beat now fully taken care of. Walk over here and hit this gate opening. Open the thing. And that opens up our way forward. Oh, I can actually finally see stuff. That's nice. Finally. Now, if you be fair, now you say, oh, this is water. Can we not swim? Unfortunately, no. Monroe cannot swim. If you jump into the water, you get sent back to the last point you died in. So, bear that in mind. See that balloon right there? I think that's the only balloon in this region. Even though I said it before, I'm not getting every balloon because I've already missed them. Quite a few, apparently. Alright, through the dark tunnel. What the... Don't mind me, bats! Don't mind me! Okay, good. Go into the outdoors. And get blinded by everything. There's another balloon up there. Dude, goodness. Crane of some sort. It's very elaborate, I'll give it that. Ah, ladders. Part 2. Scaffolding. Next part of our adventure. Can I even paint this ladder together? Apparently not. I just climb the ladder. Gotta be something missing here. Gotta be another walkway of some kind up here. Why? Oh, yeah, over here. Here we go. Some of these boxes. Yeah. Jump. Oh. There we go. That works. Very sophisticated ladders, I see. Very sophisticated ladders. I do like the color differences now. The fact we're getting more color as we see through the game. It's kind of nice. Again, it's better than... Again, I'm glad thing the king actually made shadows. Because, man, I'd be lost. If you had to do this thing like the first chapter for the entirety of the game, man, you get lost too fast, personally. And jump off. Ah, there we go. Now, you do automatically cling to ladders, so without having... Okay, good. He put a plumbing system in. At least he fell through with the people's demands. Man, the king must be a welcoming one. Even though he was... kind of feel like he was kind of a jerk, apparently, from the first kingdom he was in. And he comes back here to make a new kingdom and basically causes a... That swan is right there. If I could just climb, 2 boxes, I could have gotten the swan right off the bat. Ugh. Let's get this over here. Oh, wait. No. I gotta get off this thing first. Hit this over here. Then I swing around. That way I can get myself off the, Oh, a little bit of stutter there. Weird. Good. Now get us across. The faster we get this swan, the better. I mean, I tell you. This entire adventure started with just getting a swan waking up from its own painting. And then becoming an adventure on itself. We come back around here to the scaffolding. Up top here. Now, since we're up here, we can now hit this lever back. This wind thing back over here and get ourselves across easily. With two easily made balloons right next to each other. I'm kind of curious why they put those balloons that way, that close, but... Oh, I'll take them. Thank you. Give me those balloons. Alright, where are we going next down this explorative city? The city is massive, by the way. That's why it even is 5 chapters big. Oh. Telescope. That's Swan. It's fallen asleep on top of the hot air balloon. We could just... Man, I wish we could just fly. Curse that giant for not waking up with my voice. Curses? And this is when Monroe learned how to swear. Now, unfortunately, the giant did not able to hear him one bit. Oh. There's 3 balloons right here in a row. It's kind of feeling, it's kind of feeling that weird feeling where there's like, we need to add something to collect here. What should we do? Put balloons down. Where? Right there. All 3 of them? Yes. That's kind of weird. And they just put all 3 balloons right there. Open this gate, huh? Sure. Why not? Around. Ooh. That looks like a massive weed. Oh, man. Plants grow in unexpected ways, apparently. Man, I do not want to know what plant made that. Feels like it's all over the place now. That's unnerving.
As the city filled up with people, the streets filled up with garbage. In a fury, the king painted over the roads with a canal, which swept away the trash, along with some of the slower children. But the water brought something else, a horde of vines which began covering the city.
The king just mercilessly just added canal and killed the kids. What about the kids that got swept away? Oh, they were slow kids. Who cares, king? They were kids, living beings. Man, I really do not like this king anymore. This king is actually murdered kids by basically painting a river down the street. That's a bit unnerving. Let's open this up here. Oh! Hey! You don't mess with me, spider. I don't mess with you. Get out of here. You do not mess with me. I'll throw this water paint at you. Don't mess with me. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Aha! There's a balloon there. That's probably progression, though. Ah! Part 3, New Growth. There's a swan. It came back. Just to taunt us? Curse this swan. Because I know if Luigi had to do with this, he'd be like, oh, come on. It's a swan. It's right there. So, our next objective is to deal with plants and growing things. So what we have to do now is use our paint bucket, our paint balls here, to grow plants. And these plants actually become our ladders for this chapter. And as before, you can automatically cling to him. Take this balloon out of there. Yeah, Luigi don't like balloons. But Monroe probably likes him. That's probably why he hits him with paintballs all the time. I say if Luigi had to use his fire, he could burn down the whole city. That'll take the care of the Swan. See, Monroe is trying to grab the Swan by legitimate means, by actually trying to go up and grab it with his hands. If I was doing this, you know, I would throw it down. I would use fire and use a Tanuki suit, don't you know, and actually, you know, actually capture the bird. We need to... Let's see about getting this plant grow here so we can actually get over this wall. Come on, plants. Grow for me here. I need it in front of this wall. Come on. Sometimes this can be a little tedious because you have to wait. You have to wait everything. You have to wait for the plants to grow. Saying hi to Ink Knight on Twitch. How's it going? I am doing just fine. Hope you're having a fine night as well. Oh, there's a balloon up there. I'm definitely going to get it. Though technically you should be able to get it from like this, but you're just off by just a slight. So you have to grow plants on here so you can go up here and grab the balloon. So, where are we going here? Oh yeah, growing more stuff. This is like where you're going to be spamming a lot of the paintball mechanic here. Because you need to grow this plant from one source all the way to the very end of the chapter. Kind of annoying, actually. Because you need to... Because you might get tempted to grow everything, which you don't need to do. You just need to grow enough of the plants so you know how to get through faster. That thing's followed us from the start. I hope that thing doesn't just come out of the water and just eat me, whoever I was. I would not want that in the slightest. No way, impossible. No. No, thank you. I don't want to be eaten by a giant creature again. Again? Well, Monroe had nightmares, so... it's best to not understand what happened to Monroe one time ago. He had multiple nightmares. He's an orphan, after all. Oh, yeah. Keep growing, my plants. Keep growing. I don't say Monroe. You know, at this point, with how Monroe's doing this, painting everything around the ground, he'd be welcome in Inkopolis. But though technically he's painting water everywhere, probably most likely would hate. You know what? I'd hate that too. if I go to Inkopolis Square and throw water everywhere. Oh man, I'd be deep cut, if you know what I mean. I'm on plants. Keep growing. I need to get places. Up and down and all around. I do like this leaf texture though. Like, it's highly detailed, I'll give it that. Again, the green really does stand out on top of everything that's white everywhere. So it does stand out. And this art style gets better as you go along. Oh, that's an easy balloon to get. Huh. Missed. There we go. Get me my balloon. I want my balloons everywhere. Is there gonna be more growth over here? Or I have to grow over here? Grow everything. There's a plant growth this way. Come on. Give me my ladder. Or wall, in a sense. The Swan can walk on walls? Even I call shenanigans on that one. Even Monroe said that too. Monroe couldn't believe that a bird could actually walk on walls. As well as being very close and being very honky heavy. Honking everywhere and taunting us. Monroe, you're going to take care of this bird one way or the other once you get it. Let's grow a plant into here and let's go grab ourselves a whale of a time. Growing a new whale. Also, we got the balloon by default. Nice. Let's see. Oh, there. The Swan's right there. All right, you Swan. I'm going to walk very slowly to you And you do not move a muscle. I will grab you. No! Don't you dare move! No! No! Ah. Ah. I'm sorry, folks. I know this game is not technically everyone's, type of experience and whatnot. But again, I wanted to try something different for a change. And this year's gonna be a year of many changes. Sometimes you get bored and you have to make things. I make things all the time. I get bored easily. Ugh, if that's something. Getting bored is, it makes your mind wander and everything, Makes everything work weird. Well, not the game said I'm bored, but I want to do something stupid. Stupid! Don't do anything stupid. That's how people get in trouble with the law. So what we did here is grab this plant and made it grow through the pipes. Basically ruining the entirety of the plumbing system that the king put into. I mean, goodness. Another balloon. There we go. Hoot! Climb the branches!